Howdy, 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 everybody. Howdy, howdy, howdy. What is... hello?
Boy, howdy.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. Not howdy, howdy, howdy. What is that? James Lordy? Lordy, Lordy, Lordy.
Listen, it is Feel Good Friday. Literally anything could come out, you know.
It is not freaking Feel Good Friday.
It's not?
No.
You're rescinding that? You're rolling it back?
No, it's not. I'm here with my co-host, Barb Cunningham.
Hi, you can call me Barb or Babs if you want.
I don't even know what that... Is that somebody? Barb Cunningham? I don't know.
Jesse, send it to DEFCON 1. We're in the bunker.
Get it under the table.
Jenkins!
Right. Jenkins.
It's supposed to go here. I just... I like that little dude in the corner.
Right, it's cool.
We shall call her not Lady Liberty. We
Libby.
shall call her Lady Mika.
Mika. Good morning, Mika.
Oh, I'm looking to show. Okay, so bad day, really bad day today. So we're here. We're gonna do a big sports. We got Jenkins over there.
Yeah,
sports. He's got his own camera. Look.
Jenkins.
So Jay-Z has been renamed Jenkins.
Jenkins.
Gotcha. Jenkins.
Hey,
Jay-Z.
Good morning.
Jenkins.
Good morning.
He's hitting his mic.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay. So
he's not an intern anymore, right? I mean, we've made him. He's there, dude. He's part of the.
Part of the group.
Yeah.
Well, really? So here's your issue.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. You're not good at management.
No, I'm not.
Because you're promoting people way too early.
Damn it.
It's like weird totalitarian regimes with lots of generals that get shivved, and then you're in charge, or maybe the Empire Strikes Back, right? Darth Vader,
sure,
right?
You're
in charge now, Admiral Nida,
right,
or whatever.
Jay-Z, welcome to the club. You're general.
Nice.
Yeah. So halfway through, he's gonna be like, I'm very disappointed in that last sports story. You know,
right?
I'm feeling especially curmudgeon and cranky. First,
well, yeah, lay it on. Okay,
I thought it was a Feel Good Friday.
I wanted it to be Feel Good Friday. I woke up with a little. I won't say a hitch to my step. It was more like old middle-aged limp. Yeah, but it was something, right? And then bam. Right? Bam, the studio takes a power hit. Yep. Powers down right when we don't need it to, right?
Yep.
Murphy's Law.
An hour. So, So this was good for me.
Yeah.
So had someone who needed a broadcast. They're testing, doing some stuff for next week. And so I'm like, great. Hour before we do our show, we're broadcasting Wednesday. What? All day practically we're in
pretty
here.
Much, yeah.
Broadcasting
Mid-afternoon, yeah.
Yeah, from morning till. So I'm like, okay, I got that up, and I've got things going here. So I'm early, man. I got our show ready to go. I'm just like doing a thing.
You are ahead of the game at this point, right? You're out in front.
And so I send out 10 minutes before. I go, okay, guys, I got a broadcast going up to your site. You can go check it. They're all over the country. They're like in Cincinnati and New York and Portland and all over, for their company event, right? Okay, great. So I'm sending that out. We're doing the testing, and I go, great. I walk out of the studio. I go out of the studio. I get on my laptop. Yeah. And I check it. It's like, there it is. Yep. Yeah. Okay. I send them an email. The moment I do that, like 5 seconds in, like power, like like what it's like when like lightning strikes, or somebody hits a pole or a tree lands on.
Transformer goes. You hear that pop.
Yeah, it wasn't even like a dead outage. It wasn't like boom. I guess that's the happy part of it. It wasn't just like boom and then in the dark. Yeah, it was more annoying than that, actually, because boom in the dark I could handle.
It was giving you fair warning that it was going to go south.
Well, it was it's just like it's a hand of God. Right?
Are we talking Charlton Heston hand of God?
Yeah, yeah. And so it hits here at the site, And the deal is like we do all this broadcasting out of here. We're on this power grid. We never lose power.
Yeah.
Basically because I have a theory about this.
Yes.
We're next to an emergency hospital. So,
Gotcha, yeah.
And so I think if you're in the neighborhood or the vicinity of an emergency facility, that's like your priority. Like PG is like they're number one, and
All right.
So when we had all the storms and everything, I was like, hey, yeah, let's broadcast. No one else has power in Portland, but I do. So it never
trees are
happens.
dropping.
Right.
Mobile home parks are disappearing. Yeah.
Boom. And like I said, if it would have just gone boom and out, at least it would have been like the satisfaction of going, power just went down here. Not sure what to do for you, but it's like boom, boom, and then it's like power went out here, but it's back, and so I got to run around and reset everything and get everything going again. So, and I had the show all queued up,
ready to go, right, to go on Facebook and everything. Yeah, and so all of that was gone, and then I still had to change my clothes and stuff. Oops.
Oh man, I know this isn't interesting, but boy, it just made me really, 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 really cranky.
Well, you're in front of it. You're out in front. Everything's going good. Then you hear a knock on your door, and it's Mr. Murphy, and he's about ready to make things really, really bad. Exactly.
Jason. Murphy's Law.
Jason. Murphy.
This is a new character.
Is that you?
My name is Jenkins.
Jenkins. This house is clean. With some upholstery.
Where's the Aura lady?
This is wild. Bank that one for Halloween. Make a note.
Ooh, yeah. The Curmudgeon's Halloween special.
The Curmudgeon's Halloween special.
Right. And all
I'm not even using effects. I have effects. We could put echo and all sorts of weird stuff if we needed to.
Ooh, but I get this feeling though, a Halloween special is just going to degenerate into us yelling at trick or treaters to get off the lawn.
I've done Halloween. I've done Halloween specials on podcasts, and believe me, they go awry.
Oh yeah,
quickly.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I was all excited, super excited, getting everything going and early. And you guys,
it was a feel good Friday at that point.
It was a feel good Friday. Right. Well, last night I was watching Fox.
There you go.
So
there it is,
my
dude.
Started.
There it is. And Murphy works for Fox, bro. He's one of Murdoch's dudes.
And you were getting angry texts at some point in the evening from me with profanities because I was watching. You know what it is? Well, I turned. It was like, dinner time.
Yeah.
So I turned it on, and it's usually like Hannity comes on here, and then it's Tucker. Which is Tucker is in O'Reilly's spot, right?
Yes.
Hannity's in the same spot, Tucker, right?
They leapfrogged Carlson and made him the golden boy.
And before that is the 5, but then they just do a block replay after 5. Tucker. And I was just like, I was like, when the 5 came on was when the I'm like, and the thing, Fox just doesn't learn.
No.
One person on the 5 I like.
Okay.
It's there's a blonde gal.
Okay.
And she like reads the news and stuff, and she's all right.
Okay.
Like she's actually like okay.
Yeah.
Then next to her on one end is not a girl, surprisingly, and also she's not sitting on the end. That's the other thing that's weird about this show. Because, Fox and all their legal troubles, it's like, well, I think there was a picture. Didn't you send it to me? There's a picture of Fox, and it's like 2 sets of desks, and the guys are sitting at the desk, and it's a desk like this.
Yeah.
Like, we can even zoom it down. Look. Maybe we'll see Jason.
Pan down.
It's like,
Hi.
It's like this, see?
Here, I'll show a little leg, get a few extra viewers.
See, you'd be a Fox gal.
Ooh, I'm a Fox gal.
Yeah. But see, you don't see my legs, so I'd be a Fox guy. But when they got a desk on Fox, what do? See-through desk, right? And this is part of the problem, Fox. This is part of the problem that you're having, right? But anyway, this I can't remember her name.
Hi, I'm a Fox girl.
It makes sense. Anyway, this gal, and I should know her name, but I don't. I don't know any of their names except for Bob. But she's good. Okay.
Yeah.
Then next to her is, I would say, the Fox. He's Morning Joe. He's Joe. Joe Flaherty. Joe Finkel. What's his name again?
I don't know.
Joe and Mika. Joe
Scarborough.
Scarborough.
Yeah.
So he's kind of like he's wearing, and he's dressed as stupid. This is great. I'm gonna critique Fox, and I'm gonna critique the men.
Why not? Let's do it.
You deserve it, Fox. Let's do it.
Yes.
So this guy, he's kind of a middle-aged-ish dude, kind of sandy hair, and he's wearing a jacket, and but like a Portland kind of checkered one of those plaid shirts, a plaid shirt and a jacket, not a suit and a tie, a plaid shirt and a jacket, and then some Levi's. But honest to God, the Levi's were cuffed. They were rolled up. They were Fonzie style.
Yep.
And he's just a guy's just a moron.
Yeah.
I mean, he opens up his pie hole, and it's just like, dude, why are you even here? Like, I honest to God, the 5 are 4 people who shouldn't be on the air.
Right.
Other than the guy I like, okay?
Yeah.
They're not doing the super sexy on Fox.
Yeah, but they got her doing the grunt work though. She's the straight news lady.
Yeah.
Where the other ones are just kind of sitting around the table spouting off nonsense.
Right. And so they got him, and he's just like a vacuous moron. I don't even know what his political thing is. Maybe he's like the middle guy or something. He kind of reminds me of a Tim Kaine in a way, right?
I think he's their attempt at trying to be moderate. He's the moderate guy.
Yeah, something like that. Right. Yeah,
gotcha.
I think so. And then on the other end, there's this dark-haired gal.
Okay.
And I don't know her name.
Frau Braun.
I call her Miss Botox, but
yeah.
Anyway, and she's foxed out there on the end, and that's all I'm going to say about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to say anything else. Okay.
Yeah.
Just going to say, Fox News. There it is.
You're just going to set that down and just leave it there. Okay.
And then next to her, is Bob Bickel.
Bob Bickel.
Do you know Bob Bickel?
I remember Bob Bickel.
Bob Bickel?
Yeah.
What is he? He's the liberal, right? The liberal Democrat dude.
That's not Bickel though, right?
Yeah.
That is not. Yes, he is the Democrat guy.
Yeah. And he's the
old chain smoking sort of. Yeah.
He's old.
Yeah.
Let me put it this way. He's old.
I'm surprised he's still there.
Wow. You know, we're not even done yet. It gets even better.
Ooh, excellent.
So Bob's there next to Queen
Botox?
I didn't want to say it, but anyway.
It's all right. I'll say it.
And so Bob Bickel's there, and he's wearing plaid, open shirt, no jacket, suspenders.
Yeah.
He's doing the Larry King look.
Yeah.
And of course, he, like the other plaid mini dude, they're both like sitting back in their chairs like this, and Bob Bickel's like, well, call me.
Right.
I'm just like, dude, I'm just like, I'm looking and I'm going, this is a guy who needs to put kids through college or something. Why are you here on the air?
Right,
why aren't you off on at beautiful Flowers retirement living?
Right, you're down in Sarasota in a gated, season.
I'm being mean to Bob Bickel, but it's just like, dude, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, he's not the most annoying. The most annoying person on the 5.
I know where you're going, and
anyway.
I agree.
But I thought Juan Williams was on one of these things, and I thought Juan Williams he comes in every once in a while. Is he in the Bob Bickel spot? I like Juan because Juan Williams was like NPR, right?
Yeah. He may be Bickel's kind of like backup substitute.
Well, he wasn't there, so I don't know. I thought he was on the 5, but anyway.
Yeah, maybe he is. I don't know.
And then to top it all off, probably my most favorite person in broadcast.
Oh boy, yes.
Right, sitting in the middle.
In the middle,
with his pompous hairdo.
Pompous.
The guy who's dressed like that frat boy, older brother, smarmy little guy.
Right.
I'm trying to keep it clean that you really hate.
Omega Sigma douchebag.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Bless you.
Thanks.
Gesundheit.
Thank you.
Jesse Waters.
Yes. He tries to go this over provocative, sort of.
He has that stupid grin on his face,
smarmy
all the time.
Yeah.
You know, and here's the thing: we have a right to do this. This is media. This is on your media. You can watch this.
Yeah.
We have a right to critique.
We do,
and we will.
Every day.
Shall.
Every damn day we're going to do that.
But Jesse Waters, first of all, time I ever saw him was he was a dude on O'Reilly. He was like mini Dennis Miller. Oh, Dennis Miller. There's a special thing. Did I tell you my Dennis Miller story?
No.
Here's my Dennis Miller story. You ready for this? Here, close up. Look in the camera. Ready for my Dennis Miller story? Oh, wait. I've got a prop for it, too.
Okay. What's the prop?
Let's
Okay. All right.
You know, might as well. I've already
Let's go into
coffee.
Let's go into prop corner. Okay. What do we get? Oh, he's fumbling. Oh, okay. Okay. You're on the plane, right?
Well, not quite yet.
Okay. So it's
but
down
you
here.
just hold the plane.
It's like down here on the ground then.
Yeah.
We're grounding.
At the gate.
We're at the gate. Hold on.
Yep.
Put it right there.
And that's an SAS Scandinavian airplane. This would be what I'm talking about actually happened on Alaska Air.
Gotcha.
This was way back in the day.
I'll just cover up the Alaska there.
This was remember when I don't have I could do. But you know what? We don't care anymore.
We don't care.
It's that kind of a day. We got a lot of fun stuff. We got sports.
We do.
Look, I'm just gonna go right here. Oops, I always go the wrong way.
Whoa, 3D.
Can you do this, Fox? No.
Yeah, not even close.
Fox. Even Jesse Waters can't do this.
Right.
Okay, so
you don't got no cool plane like this
exactly.
either.
Here's a plane.
Yeah.
Things I will do. So
I'm like at a car show.
And that's like at Tarmac. It was somewhere, I want to say San Jose somewhere.
San Jose.
And Dennis Miller, I think he had just got off Saturday Night Live. Remember? He was on Saturday Night Live. We'll show Jason with the plane.
It's toy time.
Anyway, so I think he was just getting off Saturday Night Live, and so kind of in between jobs, maybe he was doing his political thing. I can't remember.
Well, he wrote a couple books right after Saturday Night Live,
something like that. Whatever.
Yeah.
And so we're all sitting in the tarmac. The plane's sitting there. The Alaska people, and they make an announcement.
Yeah.
And they're like,
This is Pilot Jenkins speaking.
Well, you know, the gate people.
Yeah. The gate people.
Yeah, the gate people.
Yeah.
It takes me forever to zoom this
Not to be confused with the village people, but the gate people.
The gate people.
The
gate people. So, the gate people.
Yeah.
And they make an announcement. They go, we are delayed. We are waiting for a passenger on the flight who's making connecting flight, blah, 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 blah.
And we're like, Dennis Miller,
and we're already late. Dude, steal my thunder.
Oh, knew it. I knew it. See, I'm bad at a mystery.
And it was literally, it wasn't like a delay. It was like, half hour mark comes, like people with babies trying to get home with their strollers, and it was kind of like the agitated passengers seeing the plane sitting there, fueled up, ready to go. Everyone's like, and finally, like these ladies are coming up to the gate, and you could overhear them say, "What are we waiting for? If the passengers are going to get late, just put them on another plane." Yeah. And finally, the gate person, and you could tell the gate people were annoyed. They're like, "We're waiting for Dennis Miller."
Oh boy!
And people are like, Dennis. The first reaction was, Dennis who?
Right.
I can't stand Dennis Miller. And then it was like, oh, Dennis Miller, that guy who was on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
And then he shows up and he's wearing sunglasses and a beard, like he's trying to hide himself.
Gosh.
And he walks to the gate, and every eye is looking at Dennis Miller like, you.
Right.
I mean, really seriously bad.
Right. If you come off with some obscure quip, I'm gonna punch you.
Yeah.
Just get on the damn plane.
Hey, Chachi, here I am at the gate for the.
No almonds for that a-hole.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Anyway, so and then the plane took off.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now you're up in the air. Okay. What's going on?
Oh, that was it. That was the story.
A little turbulence. Oh my God. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's a short trip.
Then he said he was a pharmacist and was beaten and taken off the plane.
Sweet. I like that ending.
That's how that goes. I don't know. That's my Dennis Miller impression.
That's right.
I mean, I like everybody. I thought I kind of liked him on Saturday Night Live, but after Saturday Night Live, it was like, terrible. But then anyway, so Jesse Waters had this little segment. So Dennis Miller would do a thing on O'Reilly, and then Jesse Waters started doing a thing, which was this taped little segment, and he thinks he's funny, and he laughs at his jokes. Mm-hmm. And so he tapes this thing. He did one in Portland. He did one at Portland State University, like in the park blocks, I remember. Yeah. But he famously got heat, and I watched it. I watched it that day and then saw it hit the New York Times.
Really?
Yeah, the one where he was talking about Chinese New Year, and so he went to Chinatown in New York and started literally insulting. Like we were talking like...
Oh, yeah, he was...
The China joke, you know,
he was hitting. He must have had a list of every Chinese stereotype, right?
Yes.
And he went alphabetically right down the list. And I got to tell you, man, when I saw that, it was so so painful.
It was racist.
Yeah.
And then the next day, the New York Times like, "What the hell? This is racist. Are you kidding me?"
Yeah.
And he's like, well, you know, people have gone the conservative.
Well, off color,
he's being funny. It's like, I mean, he talked. I remember one of the things I tried to blank it out of my mind, but it wasn't like he walked up to an old guy who didn't really speak much English, and it was like, I mean, it was horrible. I mean, we're talking Charlie Chan level, like 1930s. I mean, it was
number one
bad.
son, right?
Yeah. Oh, I think. Oh God. Yeah. Why don't you take that to Harlem, Jesse?
Yeah, see how long that works.
Compton.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was horrible, man. And after that, I was just like, dude, are you kidding me? Are you? This is your. I mean, but it's on Fox. It's on O'Reilly, of course.
Right. That's his shtick.
Yeah. So now he's heading up the 5.
No, they made him.
He's got that stupid frat boy smile.
Does Gutfeld do that anymore?
I don't know.
Because I know he does his own show now.
I don't even see. It was on earlier, and now it's on later because of the O'Reilly thing.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of like catching it a little bit, knowing enough that I don't want to catch it.
Right.
You know? It's like
a bad cold, you know.
I was thinking it's like a bad disease you get after a date that's gone awry.
So you're 5. So the 5 is Fox News' VD, right?
Anyway.
Okay, how bad is it? I mean, is it just like maybe run of the mill, the clap, or are we talking? Serious? You know,
it's 9:04. The clocks are all messed up because of the power outage. It's coming up on 9:45. I don't think we need to talk about social diseases.
Right.
Although there's been some news about diseases. There's always news about diseases and thing. But anyway, so yeah, I'm going to rail on whatever I don't like that cool. I see on the TV tubes.
Yeah.
I have a right to. You have a right to, too.
Yeah.
In fact, they're railing on us now. So
sure.
Who are those guys now?
Well, hey, if you want to rail on us to our face, you can always do that by calling 503-395-5040.
See, I even wrote it down so I could see it.
It's on a freaking card, okay? So you can call.
I haven't logged into Facebook over here, but I know Wednesday we got a whole bunch of people commenting on Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
Which it's like the 2 of us.
Yeah.
Now it's the 3 of us, but
that's right.
The 2 of us.
Just the 3 of us. You like that?
Is that late Al Jarreau? Anyway,
so Teddy Pendergrass.
Oh, Teddy Pendergrass.
Is it?
Less Jesse Waters, more Teddy Pendergrass.
Right.
Isn't he kind of like isn't like Teddy Pendergrass like the next wave of like the Barry White?
Yeah, it was kinda, like him, and then when George Benson started doing a little bit more friendly airwave stuff. Benson, I love his jazz stuff. When he starts wailing on that guitar a little bit, which he doesn't do nearly enough, dude. Yeah.
On Broadway.
Right. I got his album. What other 16-year-old guy you know who who has got kind of longish hair at this point and has gone straight arena rock? Because it's starting to get mid-'80s, right? And I go and get myself. I'm happy about. Oh yeah, I got George Benson 2020. This is great, you know. Because nothing is going to change my love for you, right? That's one of the songs,
right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
In answer to your question, I do know a 16-year-old that would.
He's on camera right now.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. No,
Hey.
he was. You know what? We have Sir Richard here on Wednesday doing the thing, and
Yes.
he's like did some broadcasts and stuff. And there was did we
Kink, yeah.
Did we even talk about there was a big shakeup at Kink?
Oh, it
last
was the
week?
Saturday night. Saturday Night Massacre or the Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
You know,
and
debacle.
And I'm actually Facebook friends with some of the people
Yeah.
who it affected, right?
Yeah, I saw some of that fallout.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. It
But
wasn't
when we
pretty.
were growing up,
Yeah.
or when we, Kink was like that. I mean, that would be
Yeah.
like the lights out, like, and now we have George Benson double live. Here's a live track of On Broadway. I'm Les Sarna, the great late Les Sarna.
You know, when their catchphrase was "true to the music."
Yeah.
You know.
Well, man,
It was cool.
Les passed away, a couple of years ago, I think, in cancer. I think it was about 2 years ago.
About 2 years ago.
Yeah. And he was just an icon of broadcasting here in the Portland Northwest metro area.
Right.
And he just had a badass name for a DJ, Les Sarnoff.
So yeah, the Sarnoff.
And he had great pipes,
Right.
Just deep respect. I mean, he drove that show lights out, and it was like, it was like you had all your blocks back when there was no internet or no internet listening radio.
Right.
It's up, by the way. You can listen to it now. The server's back up and running after the power hit.
They killed even the Robo DJ.
Oh yeah, they did. But anyway, it was that block when Lights Out would hit, and then that was like what do I listen to tonight in the evening with the headphones as I'm going to sleep for the next day? It's like, time for Lights Out, right?
Yep, perfect.
So, yeah, it was good stuff. Good classic radio, and I've just complained and
He was my Venus flytrap. You know, the guy late at night, lights are dim, and
Except
he's
he
just
was
chilling.
white.
Except he's white,
Les was my Venus flytrap. Well, I didn't know. He was not Venus flytrap.
Okay.
Venus flytrap, you're talking about kind of that late night.
Yeah, lights are down low. You're taking it easy. You're trying to find that zone, and that's what it was to me. You tune in there, and he just, would kind of, hey, everything's cool. No matter how crappy your day went, it's now lights out time. We're just gonna, the flow,
Yeah, the ones I remember less, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Deep respect. See, we're tribute to a great broadcaster.
Mad love, yeah.
Yeah. There were some great jocks over there at the early KGON.
Oh my gosh!
Was it Anchetta or
Bob Anchetta? Yeah. Dickie Sheets, Iris Harrison, who's still rolling, man.
Trivia moment.
Trivia.
Doc's trivia. Where's my trivia box?
You got to do the ding, man.
Okay, well.
There we go.
I need a little box that I open up here. Trivia.
Oh, we got to do that. Little question mark on it.
Yeah, Doc's trivia. Yeah. Now you are familiar with the. There was this local heavy metal band in the early '80s, kind of glam metal. They had
Tokyo.
Tokyo.
Excellent.
They had a Japanese name. They were called Tokyo.
Yeah.
And they seem to have made a couple of music videos.
Yeah.
That.
I remember the drummer.
That had been. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where he is nowadays, though. Crazy. But kind of an ass.
Wow.
That drummer.
Wow. How are we going to lure him out of retirement if you keep calling him names?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
So they had made some videos in the cable thing, and I think someone had actually gone up and restored them and posted them on YouTube, like everyone posts old videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
You know who directed that video?
Who dat?
Iris Harris.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Iris. Yeah.
God bless her.
She was back in the.
Yeah.
It was Iris and a couple of the buddies.
Nice.
I briefly met her. Like, it was like, oh, hey. And it was like, oh, that's Iris. It was like, Iris from KGON. I was all like, oh.
I once met her a long time ago when their headquarters was off.
Clackamas out here.
Kind of like it wasn't Lake Road, but it was.
Something like that.
You go by there, the little house-looking thing with the tower, and Pops, my father. He arranged for us to go through there for a little tour.
Oh, nice!
And that's when I first met Iris Harrison. Just he was briefly.
Iris Harrison,
how you doing? Nice to meet you and stuff like that. But she's pretty active on the social media, and
I worked at a gas station out there.
Okay.
In that area, which is like Thiessen and that stuff.
Yeah.
And which was like right there
on the corner,
studio.
Webster.
Yeah. And the guys, some of the jocks.
Yeah.
From KGN would come in and gas up their motorcycles. I mean, it was like guys like Bob and Cheddar with a girlfriend on the back. I mean, it was so rock and roll. It was like WKRP in
exactly.
And it'd be like, hey man, hey.
Was he in radio voice?
Oh yeah, it was like the sunglasses, blonde on the back of this motorcycle. Right. I mean, it doesn't get any more rock and roll than that, right?
Dude, you're Bob and Cheddar. Hey, could I have some Marlboros back there, third row down, third from the left? Thanks. Like, sweet.
This rock block brought to you by Mobile Motor Oil.
You remember on KGN, if we're going to go back with nostalgia now, do you remember when they would play whole sides to albums? They would just let it go?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love that, man.
No, what happened, the story was... and this is the early days. We're talking the 70s. It was so wonderful. Yeah. And we're talking albums that were brand new were Led Zeppelin, Physical Graffiti, Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon. We're talking some real, and then it gets into like, who else? Boston. And, I mean, it just sort of goes, all those, you bought the album.
Van Halen 1.
Yes. Right?
Yeah.
I can't think of other ones, but there's so many, right, from that period, from to almost to the late
Bachman
70s.
Turner Overdrive. I know they had a soft spot for Yes. Deep Purple.
Leonard Skinner. Southern rock. But anyway,
Free Bird.
Yeah. So what these guys would do. So the story goes. Have it on good authority is the jocks. I mean, KGN. This was like the early days of the album-oriented FM station.
Yeah,
this was when FM was just starting to come out. I think it started in the late '60s, right?
Sure.
And it was stereo, and it sounded good. Like AM radio sounded like crap, but this is like people had hi-fis and could tune into a FM station, and it sounded like
mid to late '70s. FM is on the rise.
Sounded like you're listening to the record, right?
Yeah.
Well, and the early days of these FM jocks, and you can kind of get that feel. Like the guys, the original VJs, like on MTV, the real music enthusiasts, the
Mark Goodmans, the JJ Jacksons, Martha Quinns,
and so what would happen in those stations, and KGN being no exception, is you'd go, hey, we're gonna do a rock block. And it's like, here's the Led Zeppelin 3 or whatever, and we're gonna put this on
Houses of the Holy, man.
Houses of the Holy, one of my favorite albums, actually. And they drop the needle, and then they go outside.
Oh yeah, they're going for a smoke. They take a potty break.
Maybe they had company with them, and maybe a little more than tobacco with them.
You never know.
For the smoking.
We're not judging anyone.
No.
It's the 70s, for God's sakes.
And pretty much that's how album-oriented recording worked. And I remember, because you just, that was the station you had on when you were in high school.
That was it.
Right? When you were in school. And I remember listening to the rock block, and it got done with the Zeppelin side, and the needle, just like at home, it was like... live on the FM airways, just and you're sitting there listening, going, I wonder when the jock is going to when he's going to be done hanging out with his lady friend and maybe smoking a little something or whatever, and realize that the album ended and he needs to get himself back in the studio and play something, and literally it was just like, and then finally whoop, and scramble, put in the cart for the one commercial that they had or whatever.
The cardinal sin in radio, the one that you cannot perform at all. I mean, if you do it, it's your death knell, is dead air.
Oh, yeah.
You don't do it.
I want to do a show. We will do a coffee with curmudgeons, and we'll just call it Dead Air. It'll be like a John Cage experiment. We'll just sit here.
I can't. That is brilliant. Dead air. It's science. The sound.
We'll play all the best John Cage,
Right. We'll play the Texas song.
Oh yeah,
just called Dead Air, and then
Dead Air.
Well, no,
you said you liked it.
No, I do love it. I'm just saying,
Anyway.
you put it on, right, and it's got that feel to get you in the moment. Then maybe do a little Simon and Garfunkel, Sounds of Silence, right? You're going with that whole sort of vibe.
Sounds of Silence.
Now, I'm going to do two voices for you real quick.
Name a famous movie that song was featured in.
What's that?
Famous movie that
Sounds of Silence?
Sounds of Silence.
Oh, jeez, I don't know.
Come on, as famous as it gets.
I don't know. I'm not.
I'll give you a hint. Okay. Dustin Hoffman.
Is it The Graduate?
Yeah.
There you go.
Actually, pretty much the whole soundtrack.
I knew it wasn't All the President's Men.
No, I believe the scene is.
Yeah.
It's right after there's a scene. Young Dustin Hoffman. He was real young, early in his career. This is like 68 or 60, something like that.
Yeah.
And he's in the backyard pool. He's just done with his school, getting ready to graduate from college.
Gotcha.
And then the guy who later ends up, he was what's his name's boss on Magnum PI.
Oh yeah, Higgins.
He's Higgins. Higgins, the guy, the actor.
Hillerman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he just pass? Anyway, we'll look that up. But anyway, yes. He he was also on ER or St. Elsewhere or one of those shows too. He was one of the doctors.
Gotcha.
So this guy had a big career. So anyway, Higgins from Magnum PI is one of the fathers, and he comes up and he lectures Dustin Hoffman as he's floating in the pool about plastics. You need to get into plastics. Plastics is important. That's what you need to do after college. Plastics. Right. This was a little bit before electronics was really,
gotcha.
The whole integrated circuit was just sort of, so it was plastics.
Yeah.
And then he walks away, and then Dustin Hoffman is like floating in this pool, and it's like, hello, darkness, my old friend.
Right.
La 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 la. Eat my shoe and put bologna on my face.
Funny, I don't remember that in the liner notes, but
buy some vegan cheese and stuff a broccoli up your nose.
Yeah.
This is the Steve Martin version of Sound of Silence.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Maybe I thought it was the director's cuts.
Of silence.
You know what version of Sound of Silence I really like though? Is
my version,
right? The guy Disturbed. Oh, it's good.
Disturbed.
It's good. Yeah.
I'm not so familiar with him, but I have heard.
Really good.
He was metal.
He is metal, but he did it faithfully. The version, right? He did it faithfully. And the first time I ever heard it, he was on Conan O'Brien, and he had this little string kind of symphony behind him, and he started, and it's one of those songs that crescendo, right? It builds and it builds and it builds, and and when he says, and the neon gods they made, you're like, holy crap, because this guy's got a voice, man. He lets loose, and the whole crowd. It's one of those songs that was so good. At the end of the song, bun, and that's it. Mm-hmm. Dead silence for like a second and a half. Then the place just erupted. Right? It's like one of those things.
It's the song.
Right? It's one of those things like, what the crap did I just hear? Holy,
Well, I mean, it's that time period right there.
Yeah.
That late 60s.
Yes.
Simon and Garfunkel.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. The Boxer.
Yes.
What is the one about coming home or Homeward Bound?
I
mean, it doesn't get any better.
Mrs. Robinson, dude. Scarborough Fair.
Mrs. Robinson is the theme song from The Graduate.
Bridge over troubled water. Yeah. Bam.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was at an event.
I love the segue. This is great.
It's still something. I was at an event with our friend Betty.
Gotcha.
We're setting up for a thing downtown, and usually the audio guys put on music, right? Just to enjoy music and also to test the audio system to make sure the audio system is working.
Right.
So you're always like, it's always interesting what the audio guys put on in the music. One year we did an event, and I love Pharrell and Get Happy, but by the end of that event, we were done with Pharrell. I mean, it was like, stop playing that remix over and over.
On loop.
Yeah. And so he's playing a lot of interesting stuff. Like, oh, that's kind of interesting. That's kind of hipster. That's in. And then the Bridge Over Troubled Waters comes on.
Wow.
And that's Art Garfunkel, right?
It
is.
To a large degree, it is Art.
Mainly it's his solo, right? It's real high,
Yeah.
over So it comes on, and it's a different version. It's an updated version, but it's a Bridge Over Troubled Waters.
Yeah.
And we're both kind of working and listening to it and going, wow, boy, that person who's singing it is having a little... It's not... I mean, you can't... That's a tough one to tackle. That's not one you just out of the chute. It's like, hey, what do you want to cover? How about some Bridge Over Troubled Water? I mean, that's got a range. And it's very delicate, and you got to hit some serious notes.
It's natural. Yeah, it's not like straining to hit that high note. It's almost like the melodic sort of, he's lilting that,
But mere mortals like you and I would strain. I mean, it's like if you try in the shower one day, you're like, I mean, it's one of those songs.
Listen, back in the day, I was a first tenor. I mean, you're the highest on the vocal range, right?
From now on, you will be known as Pavarotti.
Oh yeah, Pavarotti. Anyway,
you sing that Godfather thing.
Right. Oh my gosh.
The clown.
Yeah. Who? Okay.
We'll look that
famous,
up.
There's a famous opera dude back in the early 20th century who was famous for Caruso.
And we know him because he was one of the early people who were on 78 Records when.
That's right. That's right. He was known as probably during the golden period,
but
the last great. But they said Placido Domingo and even Luciano Pavarotti. But
dug those guys.
Usually, Caruso is known as the last of the what you hear in like old books. People reference to the maestros, right? The guys that are just on top of it.
Didn't you would know this?
Yeah.
Trumpism, Trump sidetrack.
Okay.
Didn't Trump meet some Italian people or talk to that, and he said, "Oh yeah, Pavarotti. I know Pavarotti real well."
Yeah.
And the Italian guy's like, "He's been dead for a few years now."
Right. Yeah.
Like, I maybe that wasn't Trump, but anyway. So we're listening to this Bridge Over Troubled Waters.
It's like the Andrew
a new
Jackson
version.
Civil War thing.
Yeah. And we're kind of like going, oh well. Could maybe be better or whatever.
It's on the fence, dude.
And so we're finally like, we got to find out who's singing this, right? Who is doing this version of Bridge Over Troubled Waters?
Yeah.
So we get out. Is it that Shazam? Is it the whatever on your app on the phone where you hit
Shazam,
it? And you do this. And then you go, oh, it's Doc Normal, Coffee with Curmudgeons. That's what I'm listening to.
Right.
But it wouldn't say that. So
not yet. It wouldn't.
No. Tucker Carlson. Anyway, so we do that, right?
You say Tucker Carlson's going to come up with birth control.
We got to find out who's singing this.
Yeah.
Pull the Shazam back, Art Garfunkel live. And we're like, oh, okay. Because it wasn't... And
that wasn't really him, was it?
Yeah. It was from some live performance thing, and we were like, "Ooh!" We go, when you kind of do that on that thing on your face, exactly. That's exactly. I think Betty looked exactly like that.
Yeah,
she was like, "Ooh," and we were like, kind of, "Ooh." That's art.
Listen. I mean,
he's like 70. These guys are old.
I met Betty, and she does not look like a middle-aged fat bald dude. Exactly like that.
I was like, what is coming out of his mouth right now? Because this show might be ending quickly.
It's a test pattern.
And then it would be like, we're not doing that Coffee with Curmudgeons show anymore.
Right. What happened?
We need to get her. I keep meaning to message her because she needs to come back and do a New York report.
Yeah,
I know what her New York report is, and it's a sports report.
Excellent.
Which, perhaps,
yes,
that's a good segue.
Yes,
I like it. I just like keeping him here waiting.
Yeah. He's in the bullpen, man.
I like it.
Hold on. Let me do the old baseball managers getting ready to get him out here. You ready?
Yep. Nice.
And then they're doing it.
Is that what does that mean?
That means when he turns towards the bullpen, he does that. It means release the pitcher.
That means okay. Wait a minute. This means release the pitcher.
His forearm, and he does that a couple times as he's pointing, as he's facing the bullpen. That tells you that he's relieving the pitcher off the mound.
Okay.
Bring out the reliever.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what that means.
Yep.
And then this means find a vein while you're reading Bukowski, right?
Right, this is why you're playing baseball, right? This is the bad days after you've retired, right?
Bad joke. Bad joke.
Oh, with that, let's meet.
Jenkins?
Let's meet Jenkins.
Jay-Z.
Jenkins is Jenkins. He's Jay-Z.
Okay. Our Friday sports.
Yeah. Before we get out of here today, I want to ask Jay-Z, because we were talking about music and all the musical references of bands we made during that era.
We still got time.
And I want to know what's on his playlist.
Oh yeah.
What is young Jay-Z? What's going on his? I mean, we're beyond iPod now. So what does he listen to when he's kind of like just cruising down the highway? You know, and
cruising down the highway.
Yeah, you know, he's outside of Amarillo. He's cruising. You know,
heading down the highway.
Right. Born to be Wild, dude. Born a little.
Do you have that? Do you have that
Van
on your
Morrison?
iPod?
I did not know.
Is that? Anyway, I thought it was someone else.
I thought, maybe it is someone else.
No, I think it's someone else.
Okay.
You don't have Born to be Wild?
No.
Do you know?
Yes,
have you heard Born to be Wild?
Yeah.
Get your motor running.
Oh, look. He's singing.
Yeah.
I know that song.
What's your favorite?
Looking for adventure. And whatever comes our way.
This is my fault.
Yes.
This is my fault.
You wind me up and boom.
No, it's my fault because
Okay.
I went from Dennis Miller, Jesse Waters into KGUN, Simon and Garfunkel, Bridge Over Troubled Waters, and this is the result. This is the result. This is what happens. See,
this is the sum.
Jason starts singing "Born to Be Wild."
Except for me, it's Born to Be Mild.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what's on your iPod, Jesse?
Got a little bit
Jay-Z.
of everything except for country.
You don't like country?
I do not like country. No.
If you love country, give us a call at 503-9.
But I have a little bit of Pink Floyd.
Ooh,
good. What do you got on there?
I got Us and Them, which is a really good song.
Us and Them is excellent.
And Them.
Is
there anybody out
which album is
there?
that off of? Is that Wishing You Were Here? Or is that?
Wish You Were Here was a good song too. So.
Oh yeah, there's a heck of an album. Yeah, those are great albums.
And then I got Frank Sinatra, a little bit of Dion.
Wow, he's got the chairman of the board on there, dude.
Yeah.
Dion. Right, now is that just Dion or is it the Belmonts? Or is that's not even the same
Dion.
thing, isn't it?
I got a little bit of The Wanderer.
I'm the Wanderer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I go around.
That song was featured.
You give me hope, Jay-Z. You do. You give me hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That song, The Wanderer.
Yeah.
Is a song
I'm the type of guy
featured in one of my favorite TV shows from the 80s called Crime Story, which is all about the Dennis Farina, who
didn't he have that overcoat, right? He's always had that overcoat. Yeah.
Dennis Farina. I can't remember the guy who played the gangster, but it was a Michael Mann show. It was like the next show he did from Miami Vice, and it's a period piece. It's all set in the 60s. It's all about the mob and the crime unit going after the mob, and Chicago and Las Vegas, and so all the music's period music.
Yeah.
Well, they have like the synthesizer kind of music for interstitial, but then they have like I remember The Wanderer was a classic one that they did.
Steppenwolf.
Thank you. I knew it wasn't Van Morrison.
It was going to bug me until I find the answer to it.
Steppenwolf. How could we miss that?
Even in the middle of a broadcast, I'm like, no,
that's what we do here.
It's fact checking, right?
Yeah, we fact check. What's his name? Jesse Waters does not fact check.
No,
on there. We fact check.
No, he's got.
And you can even fact check.
He's got crap
us.
check.
Yeah, but anyway, and the Runaway was the theme intro for that show, Crime Story. Run, Del Shannon.
Runaway.
He passed away a few years ago too. I remember. So anyway, Del Shannon, Runaway. Run away.
Yeah.
What else you got? So you got Frank Sinatra,
Pink Floyd. I got a few artists that you probably wouldn't be familiar with because they're rap artists.
Well, lay it on us.
Yeah, lay it on us.
You got any Snoop Dogg?
I got a little Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg.
Because we talked about Snoop Dogg. You know, Snoop's uncle.
Yeah.
Has a rib place here in Portland. He lives in Portland, and it just burned down.
Just burnt down.
That was a headline in the news we talked about. So.
Right.
Uncle Rio. We still got to follow up and find out. I got to look and see.
I would love to talk to that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you'll have to get in line between him, his nephew, and Martha Stewart.
Gotcha.
So Snoop. So what else? Any rock? Is there any rock stuff going on?
I used to have a lot of Linkin Park, but
that's what the kids listen to.
But then, I don't know, I just kind of grew out of it.
30-year-old.
Yeah. I got a lot of. His name is called Travis Scott.
Huh.
Yeah.
Travis Scott.
Yeah, he's really good.
Now he sounds country, but
no, he's not country. He's from Houston though, but
yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw the Rockets and Spurs game, but the fans.
Speaking of sports,
the fans they had a red T-shirt called "Run as One," and he actually designed it. So I thought that was pretty cool because he's a big James Harden Houston Rockets fan.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Well, that makes sense.
I'm big on him. His new album is called Astro World.
What genre is it?
It's rap.
Travis
hip-hop.
Scott. You
Travis
said?
Scott. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
He's actually dating
rapper. There he is.
Kylie Jenner. So.
Oh my gosh.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Was he right next to her in the Pepsi commercial?
I think that was Kendall Jenner.
Oh, that's right.
Kendall.
Kylie.
I get all the Jenners mixed up.
Yeah. Do you know what's the difference?
Kylie.
I think Kendall's a year or 2 years older than Kylie.
Wow.
So she's the baby.
Wow. They just keep making those Kardashians.
Yeah.
They pump them out, dude. I don't know. There's some Florida. There's probably a some sort of down low sort of factory outside of Boca Raton where they're just churning them out.
No, I mean it's like 100 years from now when Elon Musk and we space ferry people to those habitable planets in other solar systems. It's the Kardashians will be there. It'll all be just Kardashians, right?
And that goes right into when you're talking about Blade Runner. The clones. They're just cloning. I'm releasing another out into the wild.
Could you imagine you're an alien intelligence and you're like, let's look in on these guys. It's a little blue marble world here.
Yeah.
Let's see what they're up to. And the first thing you get is keeping up with Kardashians.
Oh,
you're
gosh.
Jersey Shore. You're just like,
You know what?
I'm going to take a detour. There's another solar system over here. I think they got people.
You just made a connection for me right there. No wonder every alien in the last 40 years has always wanted to exterminate us. Because they tune in and they see Keeping Up with the Kardashians. They tune on MTV and it's over.
Yeah,
it's over.
In the 50s.
The real world, they're for extinction.
Yeah, in the 50s in Area 54, it wasn't the nuclear bombs they were worried about. It's like, you wait until reality TV hits your airwaves and we have to nuke this place. It's the only way to be sure.
I have it on good source, and he or she must remain anonymous, but I have it on good source that deep in the bowels of Area 51, they have like their whole, like the terracotta warriors like in the Chinese, but no, they've got a whole standing army of Jenners and Kardashians, right? That they created back in like 47.
Resistance is futile.
Right.
Your individuality will be will be assimilated
Kardashians
into
are the
Kardashians.
Borg, man. They're traveling around in this giant cube.
I've been honing my Photoshop skills lately, and so have you. So I'm thinking we may there
may be a mashup going on.
Yeah, we're getting better.
Yeah.
All right, so
we're getting better.
We're getting better.
Yeah.
That's the tagline of Coffee with Curmudgeons. We're getting
better.
All right, Jay-Z on Mike. What do we got in the news? You want to hit basketball first? Because that's got to be a pretty easy thing to talk about the NBA
What
playoffs.
a Western Conference final it's going to be. Holy crap. You got Popovich's machine-like San Antonio Spurs, right? And after dispatching Houston, and they're going up against Golden State.
Yep.
Oh, my gosh. You're going to be able to split the atom on this sucker, man. It's going to be a good... And I'm always wondering, I want Jesse's take on it, right? About the Spurs, because I'm usually a season or two behind everything because, well, I'm old. And when I think of the Spurs, I think of Popovich, and it's the system, right? Mm-hmm. And it's a finely tuned machine, right? And, are they past their prime to run up against a Golden State that is just, brilliant, right?
Well, you must be thinking of the Ginobili, Duncan, Tony Parker big three.
Right, exactly, yeah.
Duncan's retired right now. And,
yeah.
They still got Parker, who is in fact out for the season.
Right.
But
But I'm thinking, are they past that prime kind of? Are they on the downward arc? And even though they got to the finals, can they match up with?
As of now, I don't think so.
Gotcha.
I think Golden State Warriors are just too powerful. They're just too stacked with the starting five. Starting four, excuse me.
Yeah.
Did they swept both the
Blazers?
Yeah.
Yeah, they swept Utah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
Easily. I mean, it was just like barely breaking a sweat.
Yeah, it's like
scary good.
If one person has an off night, the other person has a,
Gosh.
great...
And you see that?
That sounds like the makings of a great NBA team.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They got makings of a great dynasty if they keep going.
What's amazing to me is that how they got everybody to fit in one team with the means of salary and
ego, right?
And ego,
because everyone wants to be the man, right?
Well, but that's Was that is that because of Steve Kerr? Is that his leadership?
I think so. He's like
because they have a lot of loyalty.
Yeah, definitely. He's a great coach. I mean.
And I was just reading, I think one of the bigger stories coming out of Golden State is Steve Kerr. He went back and had some emergency back surgery. It was spinal fluid leakage. Oh, man. It doesn't get any worse than that. And of course, he's been missing games and whatnot. But their assistant coach, what's the name of their assistant coach? Do you remember?
Let me look this up.
Yeah, he's been taking it, and the team is just like, okay, coach is
Didn't
out.
miss a beat.
Yeah, it's always the great teams are like, oh, our coach is out, we're gonna win this for our coach.
Yeah, it's follow the system.
That's sports.
Yeah.
A great team.
You got to keep in mind that they make it so easy because of the big four. Mike Brown.
Mike Brown. That's right, Mike Brown. Because Mike Brown was I think he was coaching. Well, one of the last Blazer games or last couple that they did against the Blazers. They dispatched the Blazers.
Yes.
How about the East? How about East, LeBron and?
Oh my gosh!
East?
we gotta
Celtics,
find out.
Right?
No, they're actually playing the Wizards. The Celtics are. It's Game 6. So, if I'm not mistaken, the series is Boston leads by 1. It's 3-2.
Wow.
So, if Boston wins tonight, then they'll be playing Cleveland sometime next week.
Wow.
Yeah, I've got I was going to see here. I thought I saved it. There was a great there was a great rant called why is this the most boring finals in the NBA? And it's Golden State.
It's because
LeBron,
people are getting swept.
Yeah, people getting swept, which is unusual.
Yeah, usually
it's like can't we get to the finals already?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. Can't we get to LeBron versus Golden State?
Right. Yeah.
So it's been kind of a down series as opposed to for us the NCAA was exciting. That was exciting.
Especially the Ducks getting so.
But that's usually NCAA usually the Sweet 16 in the final. That's usually must watch if you're into basketball.
Yeah, by the time it gets to Sweet 16, it's and you're always there is always that one Cinderella team that you're like the back in. Tell you age me a little bit, but the Butler Bulldogs or Seton Hall, oh my God,
right.
Villanova, right? Wow.
All right, so I think we basketball.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
What else we got?
Speaking of Oregon Ducks basketball,
mm-hmm.
in regards to recruiting, the Ducks just picked up 5-star power forward prospect from La Mesa, California.
Wow.
Miles Norris.
Wow.
He's supposed to be
5-star.
Yeah, he's supposed to be the third-ranked player in California.
Wow. If Oregon could get he's declared himself. He's committed.
Yesterday? I want to say.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a coup.
Yeah, and then they got Kenny Wooten. I think he was a class of 2017. And he's another power forward, 4-star, so they'll be really good.
See, that's what I like when you have these teams that are on the rise, right?
Yeah.
These young recruits, they say to themselves, well, I could go to a Kentucky, or I could go to a Louisville or whatever, and I might be all right. But if I go to like a team that's on the rise like Oregon, I'll be the man. I can help lead them. And, I'll get the minutes, I'll get the exposure, I'll get whatever. That's an exciting time for the Ducks, man.
Yeah, it definitely helps that of all the people who have graduated from that team.
Yeah.
A lot of the senior leadership, is gone. So there's definitely a need to fill those holes. So
someone's got to step up.
I guess the mindset is, hey, I'm going to play right away because I'm that good, and they need someone to fill that position. So
right, yeah.
I'm definitely going to get playing time.
Right, and that a team that's on the rise like that has got some pretty decent supporting talent. So if I go, if I'm the 5-star guy, man, I could really go in and we could make some, we could make some waves.
Yeah,
excellent. The only sports thing I got, right, is Dana White, UFC, is now laying down this new thing where he's going to be offering between McGregor and Mayweather.
Yep.
The rumor is he's going to be laying down $100 million.
This has been going on forever, right?
Yeah.
I think the deadline's Sunday.
Yeah. He's now offering $100 million.
$100 million.
100.
You can do it.
100.
And it's funny because, like, Mayweather, if this fight takes place, and if Mayweather wins, he's already like top 10 richest sports athletes in the world.
Yeah,
so.
he's Oprah rich.
Yeah. He's Oprah rich.
Yeah, there's rich. There's not Jimmy Jones, but Jerry Jones, Dallas Cowboy rich, and then there's Oprah rich, right?
And then there's just rich.
And then there's like Bill Gates,
top of the world rich,
Sultan of Dubai rich. Yeah. So let me ask you this question, Jay-Z. Under what parameters is this going to be? UFC parameters, octagon? Because if it's octagon mixed martial arts, Mayweather's toast.
Yeah,
I mean that guy will just get a hold of him, and next thing you know, there's going to be some submission hold, and he's going to be tapping out because he's not used to that sort of stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, I think it's going to be boxing parameters.
I
was on my way home this morning. I think I was listening to a radio broadcast, and they were talking about how Dana White wants it in the ring. So I don't know about that. I mean, I definitely agree with you. If
McGregor's good, but
he's not Mayweather level.
No,
boxing wise,
right? Yeah.
But if it's in the octagon, Mayweather's going to get his ass kicked.
He's toast. He's jelly, right? He's toast and the jelly.
Yeah, because in the ring you can't use your legs, you can't kick, you can't do all those. Everything goes. But in the ring, octagon, it's just whatever.
Yeah.
So.
Crazy. Yeah. Interesting though. I mean, I'm really surprised Dana. Well, that's $100 million. Can you imagine the pay-per-view revenue off that?
Yeah.
Or even the ringside seats. We're talking thousands, Super Bowl level, right? Holy cow. 100 million.
I'm gonna look this up just to confirm that.
Right. Yeah. I was driving over here this morning, and I listened to the Brew in the morning, and they had a little sports time, and that's where I heard it, that Dana White is trying to entice. And you're right. There's that deadline, so I think he's going to be laying down the final sort of, hey, I want this to happen. I want to lure you out.
So what else? What's the other? Football, maybe?
Yeah, we got. I guess this is something hot, but Tom Brady is going to be on the cover of NFL 2018.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
So
Madden or whatever.
Madden. Thank you.
Brady. Yeah.
Brady.
The game.
I swear that guy's gonna play till he's 60. He's gonna be the George Blanda of the 21st century.
Oh, yeah.
There's an obscure Dennis Miller quote.
Mm-hmm.
George. Everyone's like, who's George Blanda?
You got my football knowledge.
Oh, you're Encyclopedia Britannica, dude.
Not in this regard.
Yeah.
We could talk about Kaepernick.
Yeah.
I saw that. I did see that. Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah. His agent says that 3 teams are interested on him, and he won't divulge the 3 teams.
Watch him go to the Browns.
Yeah, That's not a bad place for him to end up.
Well, we had the headline I saw was that he's still getting. He's saying he's still getting a lot of heat and discriminated against his political views.
Yeah,
him being the guy who famously
takes a knee
during the national anthem, which raised the ire of a lot of patriotic sports fans.
You know, I heard something that Kaepernick was wearing crew socks that had pigs in police officer uniforms.
Oh.
Where'd you hear that? Is that confirmed?
Did he have Public Enemy pumping through his headphones?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, you know, it's one of those things where he showed a lot, and especially, you know, first, second, and third year, he showed pretty decent promise. I mean, heck, he got them, you know, to the show one time. But so you run that by, it's like, man, this guy has potential, right? And if you're a coach, you're like, man, if I could just get to him, maybe we could turn this around. But on the other hand, if you're a GM, you're like, man, do I really want this sort of drama in the locker room and, you know, the press? Because you know wherever he goes, there's going to be like that traveling circus.
I personally did not have a problem with this.
I didn't either.
But you know, the fans sure did. So I mean, heard a lot of, you know, you listen to talk radio and people are just like get very cranky about it.
They did confirm the pig socks. I have pictures to show you if you'd like.
Oh, okay. I can
pig
pull it up
socks
here.
SB Nation.
You know what? We don't need to.
Yeah, that's fine. It's fine.
But he did confirm it though.
He did.
Yes.
See,
there's fact checking
right there. He's fact checking.
I need to get a dinger by me.
Oh yeah, you do. Actually, you should just move that over there.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at God, Aaron. You know the thing is you can't pull up the headlines on the sports with the Aaron Hernandez story. It's always an Aaron Hernandez story.
Either that or Lonzo Ball.
Yeah. Magic Johnson on evaluating Alonzo Ball.
Okay.
This ESPN. Have you seen this one? Your favorite guy. Oh, that's nice. We're on batteries over there. Hey, Doc. Since I was so together, well, let's do this. Why don't we? Actually, I think I can do that. I'll go there. So we got Magic. We can actually play the sound bite.
Okay.
You can hear it. You don't have headphones while I go plug that in.
It's getting a little bit of attention lately.
Can you hear that?
Yep.
My question for you is, how much impact will LeVar Ball and some of the outlandish claims he's made, how will that affect anybody's ability to draft Lonzo?
None at all. I think that what you're drafting is the son and not the father. I think that you also are gauging and evaluating his son on his ability.
So that's Magic Johnson. I can put this up here now.
Also, what he can do for your team and how he can enhance and make your team better.
This is on ESPN.
If we're fortunate to keep our pick wherever that is, and you know, you take a look at him, and just like any other team who will be drafting in the top 4 or 5, we'll take a look at him and the other players who are there.
All right.
Gotcha.
So that was Magic. Talking about Lonzo.
Mm-hmm.
So what do we all think of that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, how much is his shoe?
I think it was
$495.
Yeah, somewhere around
$100 million.
$100 million.
We were discussing last time how
That's
it's just, it looks like my work shoes.
Right.
Well, I liked it.
Yeah.
That's because I like black and gray.
Yellow interior.
Because that's what you need when you're crawling around the studio floor to plug in a camera that you forgot to plug in because the power went out.
Right.
Luckily, the batteries were working. That's unusual.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Those batteries don't last that long.
So I'm almost tempted to relabel it instead of Feel Good Friday. It's just Effed Up Friday.
Well, today is. Yeah. So what else we got there? I'm looking at the headlines.
Yes.
Dallas Stars signed goaltender. Oh, that's a MLS. Texans quarterback Deshaun Watson signs a rookie deal.
I was looking at a headline saying that he has really no chance to be a starter in the Texans organization.
Yeah,
because they got what's his name, Savage.
I believe you're right.
Tom Savage.
Yeah.
But
Right. It's interesting though, because I'm always wondering how people like Deshaun Watson, who had a very specific system at Clemson, right? And how he's going to translate over to the more classical pocket sort of
traditional
system. Right, because, I mean, Deshaun, he, whenever he gets in trouble, he just kind of runs out a little bit and stuff, and can't really do that when, even the defensive ends are like 4.6, speed. I mean, they're gonna chase you down. So it's just, I don't know, and I have a theory why he actually signed so early. Okay, my theory is he's a slow learner, and they wanted him to get in as fast as possible to learn the playbook. Because I mean, if he's a guy that's just has a hard time catching on to things, I mean, literally, you needed that guy in, to get tutoring yesterday. You know, so
I know. I guess the good thing is that he can watch from the sideline while Savage plays and kind of learn from him.
Right, yeah.
Kind of just learn
like the Aaron Rodgers under Favre.
Yeah.
Right, kind of learn the system, and then when you hit it, you're ready to go.
Kind of like, I don't know how old Savage is, but, I mean, if he's up there, I guess you could say that Watson could be his successor.
Yeah.
Let's look this up.
Is Osweiler still in here?
I believe not, no.
You think he left?
Yeah, I think he left.
Ah.
Savage is 27, so he's still young.
Yeah.
Very young.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not Brady older, so
no, he's not 75 like Brady.
Brady, yeah.
In fact, Brady not much known, little known, but I'm gonna out him here, right? It's not known, but word on the street is that Tom Brady is now a newly carded member of AARP. I'm just gonna throw it out there.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, I'm just gonna say it. That's what word on the street is. That's what the scuttlebutt is. I'm not gonna tell you who, because here at Coffee with Curmudgeons we protect our sources, right? But word on the street is that he belongs to AARP.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I also heard he gets a cool little senior citizen discount at Denny's too.
A senior? He's 39 years old. A senior discount?
Well, he's 69 at least. I know they say he's 39, but talking smack. Oh. I just, actually, I don't mind Brady. I mean, he's, him and Darth Belichick. That's what I call him. I don't call him Bill Belichick. I call him Darth Belichick. He's like he's the evil, the evil genius. Anyway,
I got one, but it can wait till the end. It's your favorite sport.
But
you guys,
you're gonna wait till the end?
I can. Well,
this is the end.
Well, or I can whenever we put the soccer block in.
Oh, gotcha.
Well, I mean, now that you told us, I'm kind of curious as to
Z block
what you got.
Well, the big soccer block is today.
Oh,
big match after the show is over here.
Yes.
Let me pull it up here.
Mm-hmm.
That would be in the Premier League, the English Premier League. Yeah. We got a big match at noon time today, which would be our noon today Pacific, which is where we're at. That would be Chelsea FC against West Bromwich.
Gotcha.
And if Chelsea puts this one away, which they should, West Brom's low in the back bracket, that's it. The Premier League Cup goes there, and so by the end of this match, we would hope that we'll see like champagne and cups and all that, and
all sorts
Chelsea
of stuff.
Chelsea gets their.
Do they do champagne over in Britain, or is it tea?
Yeah, probably tea
time,
beer. Well, I don't know. The coach is Italian, so prosecco, Italian champagne. On
wine.
The 8th. What was that? Monday? Was Monday the 8th? Yeah. Wednesday? Whatever. My whole time.
Yeah.
Their last match was Middlesbrough, and that was 3-0, and Middlesbrough is on the bottom of the branch, and they sent Middlesbrough packing out of the Premier League. So
they beat them so bad.
Yeah, they got into the Premier League. Yeah. They've been in the bottom, and so once the teams in the bottom get eliminated out of the Premier League and they go back to whatever that other league is that they play in.
Yeah,
So
I don't know.
we talked a little bit about that last time because we talked about Arsenal and the FA Cup. So
Right.
presumably Chelsea's going to nail the Premier League, and then we'll be on to Arsenal and the FA Cup at the end of May.
Gotcha.
You got any Timbers news?
I don't have it loaded, but I was going to pull up some Timbers news and at least look at the standings.
I'll tell you, I will only watch the Timbers with your dad because he's so passionate about soccer, and it's just so fun to watch it with him.
Where's the tables?
Gotcha.
But
let's look at MLS standings because they've been doing a lot better this year. Much like Chelsea, that did poorly last year in the Premier League, got a new coach, Italian coach Conte. The story there with Chelsea is I was sent a great article about Conte's Italian. And so he's living in London. He's trying to adjust. So he found some Italian restaurant he likes to go to and hang out, right? Because he's an Italian, and I want them little place of home here.
It's important
in London.
I've got to eat the good food.
And according to the owner of the Italian restaurant, Conte calls up and it asks what the team guys are eating.
Yeah.
So is he eating salad? Good boy.
Right.
We don't know why. It's just he's keeping tabs.
Tell them to lay off the espresso.
Yep. Portland is in the third slot in Western Conference right now. Dallas is on top. Kansas City, and then Portland. And Houston coming up behind San Jose, and of course to many Portland's fans' joy, Seattle is number 8 in the Western Conference.
Yeah, that's good. That's always good.
Just up above the Galaxy, the LA Galaxy.
What happened to them?
Yeah.
Wow.
were they like a superpower?
Beckham's old. Well, it was Beckham's old.
Yeah.
Now we've got.
I'm not
if you
big
want to
on
talk soccer, we've got John Terry, who is the team captain from Chelsea, and he hasn't been playing. He's old. He's old. I don't know. Soccer old, right?
Yeah.
And so
2022, he's soccer old.
Well, it's and he's been on Chelsea. He's been the Chelsea man from the youth leagues. So really, this is looking like Terry's last kind of wrap up team captain. So this
rodeo.
This would be the final rodeo.
Gotcha.
And I've been speculating whether or not he's going to come here because that's what a lot of these guys will do is do a little contract,
make some coin, man.
Yeah, do some MLS. Toward the end of the career, make some coin. They lost another long-term player that was supposed to play for the New York team, and then we also had from Bayern, from the German team, Bastian Schweinsteiger. Actually, he was on Manchester. But
say that 5 times fast.
Bastian Schweinsteiger. I
That's a
can
cool
say
name.
that. I can say that.
Well, yeah, you can. I mean, you get the.
I got the cred.
It's DNA, man.
But he's over there in Chicago.
Yeah.
He was the guy, you remember, that the reporter asked if he would be winning the World Cup for the Chicago MLS team. You remember that one?
Right.
And he's like, what? I don't understand the question. The World Cup in Chicago, Reporter fail.
Are you slow? Is there a problem comprehending?
Yeah. So keep an eye on old-time Captain John Terry and see what he does after this
all right.
more than inevitable
Yeah.
Premier League win for Chelsea.
Gotcha. All right, I'm throwing this out there. Favorite soccer movie? I believe it or not, I have a favorite soccer movie.
Well, I mean, the one that comes to mind is Bend It Like Beckham.
Yeah, no, not me.
That was Keira Knightley's first film. Oh, she was lovely in that too. She was just young, and it was like, wow, she should make more movies. And then Pirates of the Caribbean, bam, she's makes a million movies. And
favorite soccer movie? You ready? Victory. Michael Caine, Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, is this the one a World War
Rod
II?
Steiger.
World War II one? I've heard that's good.
Pele's even in it.
Hey, I've heard of this movie.
Yeah. Oh,
I've heard of this
great movie.
Yep,
great
I've heard of
movie. Fantastic movie.
Yeah. I've heard good things. I haven't had a lot of soccer movies on the top of my movie list right now.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Well, this is like Friday. I've had a little sleep, and it's just obscure time, right?
Effed Up Friday?
Effed Up Friday,
No,
yeah.
it's Fantastic Friday.
Fantastic Friday, okay.
Anyway, so that's my soccer update. I don't think I have anything else.
Gotcha.
That's just what I'm watching. I mean, I'm not so much the hands-on on the sports, right? I was able to get in the good NCAA tournament, so that was good.
Yeah.
But, I'm running around keeping the power on here and just trying to keep up with everything. So you guys are the sporty guys. I mean, and then you have the sports of politic.
Yeah, the political sport. Oh, but lately it's been a blood sport.
We had another Kellyanne Conway.
Why do they trot her out? I have no idea.
Sheer entertainment value.
It is.
It's good.
That gal
Spicy,
is gold.
And Spicy's hiding in the.
He's in the bush. Did you hear about that, Jay-Z?
What's up?
Spicer.
Yeah.
He's the White House chief press guy. He didn't want to be interviewed by when the Comey stuff broke. He didn't want to be interviewed by any press people, so he was literally outside in the White House, hiding in bushes. And I love that they didn't say he was in the bushes; they say that he was among the bushes. He's hiding. He's like hiding in the bushes, and they're like, so all the reporter pool guys are like, oh my god, he's in the bushes. So they come over there, and of course, it's nighttime, and they turn on their lights on the camera. And Spicer, you hear this voice like, I'm not coming out till you turn off the lights. Yeah. It's so beautiful, right?
Did they actually have that on footage?
There is a photo of him like this. Here's his face, right? He's like,
yeah,
right.
Yeah, I heard he was like, I'll talk to you guys, but don't turn the cameras on or whatever. It's you know what? Is it a bad zit day that you have? But this was all the fallout of the Comey because they were all like huddling there trying to figure out what to do. And then the answer was Kellyanne Conway.
Can you guys explain the Comey situation? I'm not too...
where do we begin?
Have we smashed it?
Okay.
Well, look at there's a headline here, by the way.
His tweet this morning.
Well, there's tweets. Yeah, we'll pull up the tweets.
Yeah, I haven't been following them.
Gotcha.
But the big headline, this is New York Times. So this is two headlines in one. This is what the New York Times has to do now.
Yep.
It's not just one headline, Jason. No. We got to smash together two big headlines.
They're shotgunning it out there, man.
So today it was Trump warns Comey and says he may cancel press briefings. I'm sorry. So this headline is Trump warns Comey, and that was in the tweets, and I'll pull them up, which is he basically said, James Comey better hope we didn't have a recording going during our meeting.
So Nixon-esque.
Oh my! And that was like everyone, even the people like you're watching. They're like, it's not like Nixon. It's not like Nixon.
And then
it's like, dude just tweeted about tapes and stuff. It's so close.
And then
he wants to cancel.
Press briefings. Yeah.
Like, cancel them. Like, no more Spicy, no more Huckabee Sanders.
No.
We're not doing that anymore. We'll send Kellyanne Conway out to Fox.
Right.
Or better yet,
yeah.
We'll take pictures. We have our Russian photographer here in the White House.
Right. They let Tass in, but they won't let in any Americans. And then when people are like, oh my God, this is so Nixon-esque. Remember on Wednesday we're talking about Nixon-esque. And literally, who does he have visit him after the Russians? Henry Kissinger.
Yeah,
they're sitting there to see the kids. Are like, oh my gosh, guys.
What did we say last time? It's optics. It's perception. So it's like that constant perception and optics, and it's like
it's like someone come on guys, someone's got to be forethought about this.
Yeah,
Comey was the director of the FBI, and he announced that on Monday, I believe, he announced that yes, they were doing an investigation into Trump and the collusion of Russia and stuff. And I think the line that sent him over the edge and sent Trump over the edge was the line about, because that question was, don't you feel bad that your decision to release the memos about Hillary's emails, 8 days before the election, does that make you feel bad that could have changed the outcome of the election? And his quote was, oh Lordy,
Oh, Lordy.
Every time that's brought up, I get mildly nauseous knowing that I may have affected the campaign and elected Donald Trump. And I guess when Trump heard that, he hit the roof, mildly nauseous, And so he fired Comey. There was no lead up. It wasn't like warning or anything. Literally, Comey found out he was fired. He's at the L.A. field office in their auditorium, and he's talking to the FBI people that are in L.A., and there's a TV that's up above his shoulder, and it pops up on there that he's fired while he's speaking up there. And so he looks back over his shoulder at the TV, and he starts laughing because he thinks he just got pranked. Right. And that's where Jenkins comes from, because I was like, Special Agent Jenkins, you got me, good one. Until a couple of people came up to him, whispered in his ear, you need to come back to the office, something's going on. And so I think he knew what was going on because he left the podium, walked down, and shook everyone's hand. You pretty much know what's going on then. And then he goes back into the room, and they said, "No, it's true, dude. You got fired." Right. Yeah. And then yesterday, Trump goes on with Lester Holt, on NBC, and admits the reason why he fired Comey was because the Russia investigation, and he wants it to end. He says this. I mean, this guy has just admitted to obstruction of justice live on the air. And that's where it is this morning. And then this morning he tweets a couple things threatening Comey that he basically to shut up. You won't leak anything. And then threatens to cancel all press, briefings in the future. It's wow. What a last.
I think the bombshell that I heard out of Lester Holt was, this is in the headlines, is the fact that
he fired
Trump had dinner with Comey and asked if he was. I've got it right here. We can just pull it up here. NBC News, and this is from NBC, which is Lester Holt. Trump interview with Lester Holt. President asked Comey if he was under investigation. President Trump, in an exclusive interview Thursday with NBC News, Lester Holt called it's so many quotable, ousted FBI chief James Comey a showboat,
a grandstander.
And a grandstander.
That's rich coming from Trump, right?
Yeah. Asked Comey whether he was under investigation for alleged ties to Russia. In quotes, I actually asked him if I were under investigation, and Trump said, noting that he spoke with Comey once over dinner and twice by phone. Yeah. I said if it's possible, would you let me know? Am I under investigation? He said, you are not under investigation. This is what Trump said. Yeah. I know I'm not under investigation. This is the firing letter that he said on 3 separate occasions. You said that I'm not under investigation. So the fallout from the Lester Holt White House interview, quote, he's a showboat, he's a grandstander, the FBI has been in turmoil. And Comey's had a heck of a lot of baggage, of course, with Democrats. Now, of course, the beauty of it is that again, all the Democrats are coming out of the woodwork. Maxine Waters and it's like, we love Comey. It's like, and they, Fox. That's what Fox did last night. Is they just played this whole montage. Well, so MSNBC. Like on the other side, they played the montage of Trump praising Comey on the trail.
So both of them have plenty of fodder, man. They can throw out there.
It's like he's like there. And now there's horns going off. That's great. People's car horns. Doesn't even make any sense. This is just insane day. Like, can you hear? It's just like. Anyway, now it's stopped. Like just someone slamming on a horn.
Yeah.
I would like to find that person and help them with them slamming on the horn.
Yeah, help them.
Yeah. Help them.
Let's see if his airbags work.
In a Joe Pesci sort of style.
Right.
Anyway, so over like on MSNBC, I think CNN, they were playing this montage of Trump on the campaign trail. Oh, that Comey thing, isn't Comey great? Look at Comey. Look at the emails, the this and then that, right?
Yeah.
And then juxtaposed. Can't even say it today.
Juxtaposition, yes.
With what he's saying now about Comey. And then on Fox, that all the Democrats like Maxine Waters and all these people, Comey's got to go. We got to fire him. We got to get rid of him. And then they're all like, oh, that's terrible that he got fired. It's just the sports balls of politics.
Right. But later last night, there was a rebuttal. Because Comey said he didn't want to really get in the middle of it, that he wanted...
Right.
But he some surrogates told him, and they showed up and said, and these guys were former and still active FBI guys, that said, you know what? Not only did Comey not tell him that he was under investigation, but during the dinner, Trump tried to make Comey take a loyalty oath.
Yes,
I heard about that.
Are you loyal to me? And and of course, Comey is reported to have said, "I will not take that loyalty oath. I will defend the Constitution." And he tried to convince Trump, Mr. President, you want an independent guy. That is the best thing for you. And then I guess after that, after the dinner. All the stuff started brouhaha. They knew they had a rogue.
It's a crap show.
Did
you see this one?
What's up,
Jason? We never talk. I mean, we're beating this because Wednesday. Go listen to Wednesday's show. You'll hear all about it.
Right
here. This was 22 hours ago, almost a day ago. Donald J. Trump on Twitter retweets Rosie O'Donnell. Remember Rosie O'Donnell? He called. Wow,
I know he's digging deep for this.
Rosie had tweeted "Fire Comey" at some point. I don't know what the timestamp was. This was a while back, and the president of the United States tweets, "We finally agree on something." Rosie retweeting her "Fire Comey." Here's the thing. I mean, we can. Well, let's step through our Friday tweet. So there's Friday. There's Pence. Okay. The next one was Russia must be laughing up their sleeves, watching as the U.S. tears itself apart over a Democrat excuse for losing the election.
He just cannot.
Look, this is the president of the United States on Twitter.
Yeah.
Like, he should have better things to do than this nonsense, you know. And then the next 20 hours. Yesterday, on the same day, I had meetings with Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov. This was the one where they took photographs. TASS took photographs, and the FM of the Ukraine, Pavlo Klimkin. Let's make peace. And he said, look at this. It's like. Yesterday on the same day I had... Oh, right here, in a graphic. Yesterday on the same day, I had meetings with the Russian foreign... I'm all for making peace, but...
what sort of
that's
peace?
That's just silly.
Yeah. I mean, think about this, right?
The story that there was collusion between the Russians and Trump campaign was fabricated by Dems as an excuse for losing the election. The fake media is working overtime today. This was the tweet storm 6 hours ago. This was this morning. As a very active president with lots of things happening.
Lots of golfing.
It is not possible for my surrogates to stand at podium with perfect accuracy. My surrogates to stand at podium with perfect accuracy.
In other words, they're lying out their buttholes.
Hey, if you're so busy doing the president thing, how do you have time to get on Twitter?
Yeah.
Maybe the best thing to do will be to cancel all future press briefings and hand out written responses for the sake of accuracy. ? Yeah,
that's not autocracy at all, right? Strong man.
And it keeps, he's tweeting throughout the hour. James Comey better hope that there are no tapes of our conversations before he starts leaking to the press, tapes and quotes. Can you believe this? This is the president of the United States tweeting this morning. When James Clapper himself and virtually everyone else with knowledge of the witch hunt says there is no collusion, when does it end? ?
Again, not true.
And then his last one, China just agreed the U.S. will be allowed to sell beef and other major products into China once again. This is real news.
Oh,
emphasis given. And that is your twump tweets. That's your twump tweets for tonight.
I need to make a graphic for that ASAP. Trump tweets. Little in the background.
Yeah.
Hello. He must not have anything better to do.
Yeah.
He must not have anything better
Oh
to do.
my gosh. There are rumors that he literally just sits around watching cable news every day screaming at the TV.
That was the story that I heard about the Comey firing is he made the decision and they walked away to have dinner by himself and turned on the news and was stewing about the fallout and was mad that his
that is so,
the press secretary, the surrogates weren't out there defending his decision.
That is so Nixon-esque. He's raving, he's alone in the White House. He's, oh my gosh. Yeah.
I think we should he needs to hire Elmer Fudd as the press secretary. Okay. Donald, next question.
Donald.
The president has tweeted.
Tell him you're going rabbit hunting. What's up, Doc?
What's up, Doc?
Should have taken a left at Albuquerque. Donald.
I see a rabbit.
This is your special White House counsel, Mr. Ford. You need to tell them you are going rabbit hunting.
Oh man, I mean,
Wago.
Think a Daffy. No,
Wago. Yeah.
Daffy Duck would be the perfect Sean Spicer-esque. Press secretary. Daffy Duck is press secretary. Sean Spicer is Daffy Duck.
This is Warner Brothers.
It's Looney Tunes.
It's Looney Tunes. Oh, there's definitely a graphic coming up later on this one. Holy
Am I right?
cow. Oh,
Think
yeah.
of Daffy Duck.
Right. He's up there. He's sassy.
That's
he's
Sean
abrupt.
Spicer.
Right, and Duck's hiding bushes, too. It's well known.
I'm just hiding bushes.
It's word on the street. It's well known. Right. Okay, so let's fill this out. What is Kellyanne Conway, then? Is she like the Tasmanian devil that just comes whipping in and says a bunch of crap and then whizzes back
Jessica
out?
Rabbit. No, that Tasmanian devil. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Rance Priebus is Sylvester. No way you're getting into the West Wing. Thuffer and Thuckatash, right? So this I could do this all day.
Who would be Yosemite Sam?
Oh, that's Bannon. Oh, those varmints were going to deconstruct,
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, this is good.
Yeah, no, we're getting it. Mm-hmm. Just the image of it's been so long. I mean, I hate to say it, it's been a long time for me in the Looney Tunes. These are classics, and it just immediately Daffy Duck, Pence. Daffy Duck.
Yeah,
they were just.
It's easy. Pence, Porky Pig.
Oh yeah.
He didn't lie. That's all, folks.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good.
I think you're on it.
And Jeff Sessions as Foghorn Leghorn.
Thank you.
Yes, I say, we're gonna arrest all those pot smokers.
Well, that's exactly what he's going to do, Foghorn Sessions, because
Foghorn Sessions.
No, because the new thing out of his pie hole, Mr. Attorney. Oh God, I'm
his lower sphincter.
Yeah. Just send care packages to the gulag to care of Doc Normal.
Right.
Sessions issues sweeping new criminal charging policy because we don't have enough laws. We need to lock more people up. Now here's the thing. In Soviet Russia, this is what you did. It's like, those guys don't agree with me. Oh, that reporter asked too many questions. Lock them up, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's just going to be the administration motto. Lock them up.
Right.
You didn't even see it. Lock them up.
Lock them up.
Right?
You're fired.
Lock them up. Right?
Right.
And so, so Sessions at...
Foghorn Sessions.
So I'll just grab a little bit of it here. And what I read is it was almost... And this... Or maybe it was like, are we keeping you up over there?
It's more coffee.
The idea here is that we don't have enough people in the prisons because that's a business, right?
Right.
That's an industry.
Hey,
that is wrong, folks.
Manpower's low. get out there,
Sessions issues sweeping new criminal charging policy. This is a lot of it has to do with drug charges.
Yep. He rolled back all the Obama.
And when we're talking drug charges, sure. There's we all know criminality when we see it, but we're talking about the federal drug charges against maybe someone who's got the marijuana, which states have been legalizing.
How is that gonna jibe?
It's not. Attorney General Jeff Sessions overturned the sweeping criminal charging policy of former Attorney General Eric Holder and directed his federal prosecutors Thursday to charge defendants with the most serious, provable crimes carrying the most severe penalties. How ominous does that sound?
Mm-hmm. That sounds like Gestapo.
Yeah. Doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's what it's just the most serious, provable crimes carrying the most severe penalties.
You are carrying a $15 bud in your pocket. We will make you talk.
Beyond 3 strikes, man. Yeah. I mean, that's like, wow. You know?
Yeah.
And I think that the idea that Holder was rolling it back was for like petty drug charges and things that affect non-white people.
Right. Why in the heck are you doing time for having a baggie of skunk weed?
Whatever.
Yeah.
Well, supposedly Vermont. Yeah. See, Vermont may be the first, and I had to read through this. Vermont is voting and may be the first legislator to legalize marijuana in Vermont. And they said the first, and I said, I don't understand. It's like, in all other cases, like Oregon, California, the
Colorado,
voters have voted in an initiative to do it. Just Kim Jong-un sending a bomb over.
Right.
These are the day of interesting noises.
This is the part of the show where we yell incoming and dive underneath everything.
We got the power going out at 8 in the morning. We got someone hammering on a car horn. We've got like a missile, tomahawk flying over. It's just all kinds of fun here in 2017.
Jay-Z, take it to DEFCON 1.
Yeah.
Things are...
it's an effed up Friday today.
It is.
Yeah.
We're going out with a bang.
Well, look, folks, for 4 years, it's always going to be an effed up Friday.
Yeah.
I mean, but this Sessions thing just kills me. And this guy, wow.
Oh, he's a piece of work, man.
This is a guy I've known for a long time. Not personally, but I've seen his work, and this is bad. And remember, he had to recuse himself of the Russian thing.
But get a load of this, right?
God, don't you just miss those good old Nixon days?
No.
Don't you miss a good old Bob Haldeman?
But Foghorn Sessions, right? He recuses himself of the Russia thing, and literally the reason why they fired Comey is because the Russia investigation, and Sessions was the guy that told him to fire him. Yeah. Or that's what it came from Trump, but they put Sessions up there to...
Was it the assistant attorney who said he wrote one of the letters, and Rosenstein.
Rosenstein. Yeah, and he threatened to quit. Evidently, behind the scenes, he was so mad that they put him as the fall guy that he basically threatened to quit unless they came out and rolled it back. And that I guess that was the reason why Trump said that was him that made the decision, not whatever.
Oh, I gotta get out, man. I gotta get out of this.
Well, I'm gonna get you out of there. You ready?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you a cool story.
Okay.
Cool story.
We're gonna try to throw it up.
Yes. Mystery monster washes up. Hold on, I'm pulling it up right now. Mystery monster washes up on Seram Island in Indonesia. Well,
let me see if I can get a picture here.
A giant carcass found washed up on a beach in Indonesia's central Maluku province puzzled locals and authorities trying to identify the massive sea creature. Locals first shared images of the still bleeding carcass on Wednesday, May 10th. According to local reports, fishermen believed it to be a giant squid, but a coordinator of Indonesia's Marine and Coastal Resources Management said it was likely to be a whale. Lab tests are underway to confirm the species. One local shared images and videos of the carcass found in Huamal Beach in West Maluku. There you go.
Yeah, it's not pretty.
Yeah, it isn't.
Maybe I shouldn't have pulled it up here. It looks like just a
big whale.
Well, yeah, it looks like a pile of stuff, which it could be a large.
It's a mystery.
Could be a large whale. So
mystery monster. Oh.
Well, I do like the mystery monsters because there's always like some weird giant squid or something that's
cryptozoology, right?
Yeah, that's going up because there's stuff that's just like down there in the deep, swimming around, and every once in a while something comes up there, and
Yeah,
that's always interesting. A weird squid, because then it's like you're always thinking about the old shipping tales and things like that of the giant kraken and all of that, and you're like, well, yeah, maybe
release the kraken.
Maybe that's it was kind of true,
right?
What do you think, Jesse?
Yeah, what's your take? What's your take, Jay-Z?
What? I need more coffee.
What are you guys talking about?
Giant squid.
I tuned you up 5 minutes into the show.
Do you believe in the Loch Ness monster?
Yeah, what's your take? Bigfoot, Loch Ness monster, Chupacabra.
I don't really have
Bigfoot. Yeah,
Bigfoot, Sasquatch.
Yeah, I think I'd need more evidence to believe that he's real, other than just that one picture of him.
I should have brought you.
Believe it
on a
or not
on a other radio show. Mm-hmm. We had as a guest Cliff Barrickman, of course, who hosts the show Finding Bigfoot on the Sci-Fi Channel or Sci-Fi or Discovery or whatever. When he came into the studio, he gave me a huge, giant plaster footprint cast of a Bigfoot. All right. Okay. No, I mean take it with a grain of salt, right?
Yeah, it's a Bigfoot, man.
But I put it. I put it.
Bigfoot.
Yeah, I got it. I got it hanging up there. As a little thing. It's kind of cool. Bigfoot foot. And I said, "Damn, that's a Bigfoot."
Compared to Shaq's foot.
Yeah.
Right.
That would take an expensive shoe.
Right. Yeah.
Well, speaking of monsters,
yes.
We actually have a real one, and of course, just as soon as I pull it up.
For a minute there, I thought you were going to do your old Monster Mash rap.
No, man. Dang it. Oh, there it is. Well, there's a picture of it. This is on the paranormal site. How come it's not? I'm sorry, guys. It's like it comes up on the screen, and then it doesn't come up on the screen, and for Pete's sakes.
All right, there we go.
Well, that's a artist's rendition. Oh. This is the most complete dinosaur fossil they have. Wow. And even includes, if I can find, there we go. There's a picture. You can actually see the scales and the skin that has been fossilized. This is mostly it's just bones. We find the bones and maybe some evidence of feathers. But you can see here, you actually can see the tissues. Here's a dude working on it. There was a nice complete picture. A ridged, look at that.
Look at that.
That is an actual monster. That is an actual dinosaur. You can see the scales here.
Look, it's Godzilla.
And this is a case where there we go. Mm-hmm. This is a case where the dinosaur fell into drowned into a river.
Gotcha.
And what happens is then the sediment goes over the body and preserve it. Yeah. So that's what happened here.
It's almost like set in amber, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like, bam.
But anyway, there was a nice intact picture of it at some point. So I'm trying to do the slideshow there. But if you are watching, you can see that it's pretty crazy. I mean, it's like there's scales there. There's the tissues are preserved. I'm having problems with my laptop today. That in addition to all the problems I'm having today, my laptop's doing that thing where it's like I'm trying to Facebook crashed and all this stuff.
It's effed up Friday.
It is completely effed up Friday. I mean, I click on stuff and it's like, no, you're doing a podcast. No, we're not doing that for you.
So weekend plans, what's going on? Jay-Z, what you doing? What's going on in Jay-Z world this weekend?
Working, and then I'm gonna take my mom out to dinner for Mother's Day.
Nice.
It is Mother's Day this Sunday, yeah. So make sure you of course I always post for Mother's Day.
Yeah.
On my always watch for it if I remember on my Facebook background.
Okay.
Frank Zappa and the Mothers of Invention. I always post it. It's Mother's Day.
Right.
I think they're all wearing dresses in that photo.
I tried to pull a fast one on the old better half I said to her, I said, you know, you're not the only one you're not the only one in this house who should celebrate Mother's Day. And she said, oh yeah? And I said, yeah, me. She says, you? I said, yeah, I've been called a mother plenty of times. It's just usually followed up by another word.
That's right.
You know?
Here's the picture I was trying to put up.
Didn't go over well.
Here's a picture I was trying to put up right here. Yeah, there it is. You can see. Look at that.
Yeah.
It's like the head and the scales. It's crazy.
That is crazy.
And the interesting thing there is that it's not. So usually when we see the dinosaurs, they take the bones.
Yeah.
And then they figure it out, and then maybe they'll make a model where they put skin over it, and they go, "This is what we think probably that dinosaur was like." Yeah, but this is actually here it is. There it is. So I thought that was cool. That's in your science.
Very cool.
You can download, guys. You're gonna like this on our Freaky Friday.
Ooh, Freaky Friday.
Oh, now I gotta. Yeah, okay, I gotcha. Always a pop-up. Open Culture on the openculture.com downloads 67,000 historic maps in high resolution from the wonderful David Rumsey map collection. 67,000 classic maps. Stanford University's been in the news lately with the expanding its tuition waiver last year and now facing renewed scrutiny. Okay. These stories have perhaps overshadowed other Stanford news of a more academic nature. The arrival of the David Rumsey Map Center, which celebrated its grand opening yesterday and continues the festivities today and tomorrow. So these are
not to be confused.
Look at this one. This is a real nice one. Well, you pull this one up. This is of Manhattan.
Right.
This was...
But we need a clarification, right? We need a clarification.
Not sure what year that is.
Not to be confused with the Donald Rumsfeld Map Center.
You were going to go there.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
I'm not sure what I don't see that they identify what year this is, but it looks like kind of an older map of Manhattan. All for free. All on the net. All for free. Good. Check out openculture.com. They have the article there. I thought that was cool.
Excellent.
You like maps?
Yeah,
old maps.
Yeah.
There's another map news. I don't have it pulled up.
Okay.
Speaking of maps,
for
the first time going to auction. I saw this in my Facebook feed. People post things like this. Going to auction, something from Walt Disney's personal collection. The map, the original map, the drawing that he made of Disneyland.
Wow.
Going to auction.
Wow. Interesting.
I think I saved that too.
What was that, circa early 50s? Because I think they opened in, 55, right?
I think you're right. I think you are right.
Wow.
Right, you are. So I thought that was very, very cool. Yeah. I remember when I would go, like, when you're a kid and you go to Disneyland, and they'd sell a map. I don't know that they do that anymore, but they sell a map. And I remember, like, at home, and I always had maps on my wall.
Yeah.
At home, I had maps, pictures of the moon, just crazy stuff on the wall.
No Farrah Fawcett posters.
I was thinking of that. I was thinking about that. Maybe Linda Carter's Wonder Woman.
Ooh, there's a solid.
Probably there was next to like Chewbacca.
She can lasso me and
Darth
make
Vader.
me tell the truth anytime.
Darth, Chewbacca, Linda Carter in her Wonder Woman outfit.
Gosh, even now,
Moons of Jupiter.
Even now, she still does something for me.
Well. They got a new movie coming out.
Yeah. Wonder Woman.
Nope, it won't be that though. So I used to get the maps, and I remember the second time I visited Disneyland, I got a new map, and they had put in this bear country.
Ooh.
This new thing, and you'd compare the maps.
Bar country.
On the original map you got, there was no bear country. It was just forest. On the new, there's bear country.
Wow, interesting.
And those maps are probably gone, probably thrown away. But that's why you had National Geographic.
Exactly.
Is every time you get National Geographic,
they get the little atlas thing going.
There'd be maps in there. Yeah. And we don't do this today. We got Google Globe, we've got stuff.
Naked pygmies and maps.
You had to go there. You had to go there. That used to be a joke on MASH.
Yeah.
You remember?
Yeah.
On the MASH TV show.
But that was the cool
Radar and the National Geographics.
Right. Gary Berghoff, right?
Yeah.
But I love the fact, though, in the middle.
Portland, too.
Is he?
Yeah, there's some Portland connection.
You're
Gary,
right. There's
Gary Berghoff, I think.
I remember something about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got in the middle of the magazine, you had that cool pull-out map you could look at.
We got something to try.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is going to work.
Let's do it.
But this is in your Friday.
All right.
Hail-Hydra.com redirects to official White House website.
Oh, jeez.
Should we try it?
Yeah, let's do it. Hail Hydra.
Yeah.
Oh,
What was that?
No idea. I think it was Jenkins, dude.
Where did it come from?
I don't know. It just came
over there.
Oh, okay.
Got the camera.
Well, there it is.
Wow.
Right to the White House.
Wow.
See, as soon as we're typing that in, boom, there's some weird noise.
Is Big Brother watching us?
I think they are.
Yeah.
So it worked. Hail Hydra redirects and you could do this. I mean,
that's awesome.
Jason, you could do this yourself.
Nice.
Go get a domain.
Yeah.
Do a redirect. I can show you how. It's not hard anymore. You actually can even do it at your domain site. It used to be you'd have to make a page and kind of do a redirect. Now you can just go in your domain tools and whitehouse.gov. So, Hail Hydra.
HailHydra.com. Someone's got a great
it sounded like a honest to God. Well, we did have the power.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Hey, another bit of news for White House news.
At this point, I am so loopy with power and horns and stuff.
We're looking for the other shoe to drop.
ISIS is going to come through the door in the next minute.
It's possible.
Take us hostage. Jeez,
it's possible. But no, another White House thing. It kind of is tangential about it. But this weekend's host on Saturday Night Live, Melissa McCarthy.
That's right.
You know that there's going to be Spicer, and you know she's going to be hiding in the bushes.
She's going to host, and she's got a new movie coming out that's looking real good. I actually I watched the preview.
Okay.
And you know who's in it? Plays her mom, Goldie Hawn.
Really?
I haven't seen Goldie Hawn in years. I like Goldie Hawn.
Wasn't she all Botoxed out though?
There was a point in time she was, but
her lips look like a blowfish.
Save that for the Fox. I like Goldie Hawn.
I know, but Melanie Griffith
she did a movie, I think once. Goldie Hawn did a movie where that was part of her character. Like, I remember
First Wives Club.
Yes.
Thank
you. Where Goldie Hawn did, they made her lip. So I think that's what you're thinking of.
Right.
Like,
could be.
Yeah.
Good call.
She was duck lips and all that.
Right.
Yeah, I was in that movie. But anyway, this is a movie. They go, mother and daughter go on vacation and then they get kidnapped. It's actually looked pretty good. Got fairly decent reviews. I read a movie review in Forbes, or was it Fortune?
Wow, there's an interesting place to find a movie review.
And the whole first half of the movie review is an analysis. How much box office will this movie make over the summer? The guy liked the movie. Yeah. So
that's just like Forbes or whatever, looking at the bottom line first, right?
Trump wants steam catapults on new aircraft carriers.
Okay.
Well, that has to do with I shouldn't have brought that up because that was that has to do with the new electromechanical catapult that's on the USS Ford aircraft carrier, and it's not working so well actually. So that was the whole thing. Trent Reznor sent Tony Hawk this email to post on Depeche Mode's Facebook.
Okay.
Headline from Stereo Gum: Trent Reznor sent Tony Hawk this email to post on Depeche Mode's Facebook. In yesteryear stories, earlier this year, Depeche Mode announced that they would let a different fan take over their Facebook page every day for a year. Today, a Depeche Mode fan by the name of Tony Hawk, who's the pro skater, Tony Hawk skate. I'm not much of a skate, but I know who Tony Hawk is.
Yeah.
Had the honor of posting to their page and reached out to 9 Inch Nails' Trent Reznor to provide some words about the band. Interestingly enough, it was the lyrics to Head Like a Hole. But, when asked to host Depeche Mode's page, I hope that Trent would contribute anything to my effort, Hawk wrote. He seemed desperate. Without DM and 9 Inch Nails, I would have been lost in a sea of confusing electronic industrial music during my formative years. Okay. Reznor obliged. and sent back a response. About the time he saw Depeche Mode in concert during their Black Celebration tour. Here's what he said. Are you feeling nostalgic?
I am.
Jason. It was the summer of '86.
People are people.
I dropped out of college and was living in Cleveland trying to find my way in the local music scene. I know where I wanted to go with my life, but I didn't know how to get there. A group of friends and I drove down to Blossom Music Center Amphitheater to see the Black Celebration tour. Depeche Mode was one of our favorite bands, and the Black Celebration record took my love for them to a new level. And it goes on. I won't read the whole thing. You can look that up. But in Blast from the Past, 80s,
early 90s,
early 90s stuff.
Interesting.
We took you from Keiju, an album-oriented 70s, to Trent Reznor, Tony Hawk, and Depeche Mode.
Folks, that is called full circle. Look at that.
I know.
So, people are people, so why should it be that you and I get along so awfully? Sorry, that's my Depeche Mode quote for the day.
That's pretty good.
Or
I
maybe
you were just talking to me. It's like, what are you talking about?
No. Or maybe you just want your own personal Jesus, you know?
Speaking of personal Jesus, a photo retoucher transforms real-life animals into cubed creatures from Minecraft.
Oh, that's
And there's
funny.
a photo.
The cat.
In our cute cat pictures segment.
Little Patches just got
Yes, this is one
Minecrafted.
of those filters. You know, people go crazy for these filters. You know, Jason, people go crazy for them newfangled filters on their phones these days. Have you heard what the kids are doing? Well, this is a
That Instagram thing.
Yeah, this is a I don't know. Where do you get this? 3D world, Minecraft, real life. I don't know, folks. I just saw the picture. Go look it up. Look up pet Minecraft. But I mean, this photo is pretty trippy. I mean, you got someone's cat here, and he's all cubed out like a Minecraft. Did you ever do Minecraft?
Nope.
No. Nope. Okay.
My kid did that for a while.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He was doing that.
Yeah, no, I'm more of an Xbox kind of guy.
Gotcha.
Well, they have Minecraft on it.
Yeah,
I mean, Minecraft is Microsoft. You know.
Yeah, but it was more of a
They
PC sort of thing.
Yeah. Well, it's Microsoft.
Yeah.
I mean, they Notch, the guy who, where's he from? Over there in the Scandinavian. He's over from there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's Swedish. Notch
Sweden
made Minecraft. In fact, there's little movies and stuff you can watch about how they made Minecraft. And then Microsoft said, "Hey, how much you want for that?" And they paid a lot too. It was like, it was like a prize fight.
Right.
I think more than a prize fight.
A few $100 million.
I think we're going to close it out here, but final thoughts. But I did have some cool eye candy from space, which I like.
Excellent.
Jay-Z, what are you working on for the news desk? That's what they say. That's just silly stuff. You got any final thoughts?
Not that I can think of. I'm on YouTube right now, and I'm.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, they're making a. Oh no, it's a fan made. Back to the Future 4.
Oh my god!
But it's fan made, so.
Okay.
I know. I got excited.
Yeah, there was a huge. I think we didn't go over the
kerfuffle.
I sent you an article about 15 sci-fi remakes that they're making.
Yes.
So the list is long. I mean, the two that you can think of right now that are happening is Alien Covenant. I think drops this weekend. Preview, whatever.
Yeah, my girlfriend and I are gonna go see it.
Oh, cool.
Excellent.
Have you seen the other Alien movies?
I've seen the first one.
Oh,
gotcha.
Yeah.
Not the second one though.
Not the second one, and I've seen Prometheus.
So,
interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess in a way you can kind of skip the other two. The first one, Alien and Aliens, the first two are, I think,
pretty good.
Real must-see movie watching.
Anything after that just kind of gets
Alien versus Predator.
Formulaic.
Right.
Okay.
Well, there was a couple other. There was a 3 and a 4 and a 5 Resurrection.
Yeah.
Was that?
Yeah.
Was it Alien 5?
Yep.
So 3 was
There's Alien,
the French director.
Yep.
Which I remember that one. Sigourney Weaver was in that.
Yeah.
But then there was 4 and 5. I'm
Alien versus Predator, and then
no.
Alien.
I'm talking about not the Alien versus Predator. I'm talking about just the Alien series. The Sigourney Weaver. I think it's 4.
4.
Resurrection, I think, is in it. Like, what's her name's in it? From the Depeche Mode. I don't know.
They made
lost.
4, not including Prometheus. And
what's her? Winona? No, not Winona.
Oh yeah, Ryder.
Thank you, Ryder. Yeah,
Winona Ryder.
Winona Ryder.
Winona Ryder. Thank you. I just couldn't think of her name.
Miss Reality Bites.
Yeah, she was in The Last Alien. The Alien
Girl
4.
Interrupted. Yeah.
And then Prometheus is the new one that I guess the
prequel.
You think you're supposed to watch to see the next one, but it looks like they've just sort of retconned.
Yeah.
I don't know that, and so just go watch the new one. I don't know.
Right.
It's all mixed up. The first 2 are real good, as we talked about. So yeah. Oh man, I'm telling you, just. I'm feeling a little rough. We're coming in here looking good. So
I think we salvaged it though.
We did. We had fun. We had Seasons in the Sun.
We had Terry Jacks.
This is this was Digital Trends, which is actually local Portland, and they did some of the most amazing space pictures over the years from probes. They've got 38 of them. This is Neptune.
Nice.
They've got some of the new ones, Cassini, and pictures of Earth there. There were some real good ones of Saturn.
Wow.
There's that is Europa. There's some of Mars that I have not seen of the landscape from the Mars rover. Oh, this is a Martian.
Wow.
Maybe there's aliens on that planet.
Could be.
This is another one.
Marvin the Martian.
Look at this. This is this one blows me away. You see those mountains there on this dark plateau? That's Pluto. Those are mountains on Pluto. That's from the New Horizons. Flying. Remember when it flew back past Pluto? Mm-hmm. This is one because it took forever to get the high resolution pictures back because it's so far away and takes such amount of time to download that data from a space probe that's that far away. But I've never seen that. There's the Death Star moon. These are dunes on Mars. Mm-hmm. Looks like something right out of the movie Dune. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it's pretty amazing. This is up on Digital Trends. This is a Juno photograph of Saturn.
Yeah.
Here's this weird ring that has this this little moon that's messing up the ring there.
Right.
Saturn. That's new. Trying to see if there's some other ones here. This is Japan has an orbiter around the moon, and here's Earthrise from the orbiter and moon.
Wow,
crazy.
It is.
Yeah, there's just some really cool pictures, some that I haven't seen. This is the Chinese lunar rover. Did you know China has a lunar rover?
Yeah, I kind of.
Well, that's it right there. There's a picture of the Chinese lunar rover. Yeah, so I just really great photos. There's some of Mars that just look like they look, being a conspiracy theorist if you want. There's some of Mars that look like they were taken in Arizona or New Mexico.
Right.
But it's some really good stuff here. This one is the Hebs Chasma on the Martian surface. Look at that. Look at this. It's like the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
And it's just the resolution here and the colors are amazing. What was this taken? This was doesn't say what probe took this photo. I mean, there's orbiters, but isn't that amazing?
It is.
It's just amazing beauty. Universe. There's one of Saturn. Here's the eye of the storm. This is the Cassini. This is new. This is from that Cassini that's orbiting Saturn. It's a big storm. This vortex eye storm that's several planets large in the middle of Saturn. Look at It's just amazing. I mean, I haven't seen such beautiful resolution before. Anyway, bore you with the rest of that. This one I have not seen either, and this came from the New Horizons. This is Pluto's moon. Now, when we were watching the Pluto space probe, it was just like a little speck because the thing's flying past and taking pictures. But this is a high-resolution photo. I didn't even know they had high-resolution photos. This is Charon. This is one of Pluto's moons, the little tiny guy. Mm-hmm. Look at that resolution.
That's a Death Star right there.
I mean, but that's from Pluto. So it's taken. They always said it would take 6 months to a year or more to download all of the data to get really good pictures. But that's kind of what blew me away.
Yeah.
Here's a bunch of moons of Saturn, all orbiting synchronous. It's crazy stuff.
Crazy.
But it makes you feel better about the world or the universe.
It does.
Or it makes you feel small.
Both.
Yeah, I think I'm not even going to look and see if there's breaking news because everything's breaking anyway.
All right.
But Jason,
yeah,
final thoughts.
Final thoughts
as we go into the weekend.
Yep. Have a good weekend. I hope everything turns out. Listen, I got 2 things for you. Don't let your meat loaf, and if you're going to be a turd, go lay out in the yard.
Oh, what? Jeez.
That's my random...
Was that your Mother's Day wish?
Oh, no. Happy Mother's Day, yeah. I hope...
Happy to all the mothers.
Hope everyone treasures Mother's Day if your mother is still living because...
That's right.
You know, there comes a time when all you're going to have is memories, so make the most of it now.
That's right.
There you go.
All right, guys. We're heading out of here. Thanks for... Thanks for soldiering with us here, so to speak.
Your combat medals in the mail, you know.
Behind the scenes of major technical things happening here. But hey, we're live. We're on the broadcast. You can check us out. Check us out on iTunes. We're going to post the links on Facebook and everywhere.
All the cool places you can download it. Or...
We got YouTube. You can check it out. Sure. So, see you later, everybody.